What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Six Figure Morning Show, where we give you the best advice in business and life. Thank you guys for all the likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. You already know I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys. I mean that. And happy holidays to you and your family. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that good old shit. Hope each and every one of you have a great one. Why should you get married, or should you get married? That's one of the topics that we were going to discuss. Guys, give me a second man, my freaking desk is a mess. It's a damn circus over here, and I'm just a monkey throwing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's everything is scattered out. I'm trying to tighten up my shot group. It's like pushed me over into the corner over here. But should you get married? Should you get married 2025 and beyond? And you guys, I think, already know the answer to that question. But in case you don't, I would like to be so honest and start this video off right. If you have to ask a guy on the internet, should you get married? Then the answer is probably no. Man or woman, if you have to ask a person, anybody, whether it be me, some woman, doesn't matter. If you have to resort to the internet to ask this question, the answer is probably no. You understand? No. That's the best advice. You can click off the video now if you need to. Outside of that, man, marriage is a personal decision. It's personal. I do not recommend it. I do not recommend it for men especially, but marriage is personal. It is usually based off of religion and upbringing. When I was coming up, society told you to get married. It was a thing to do. You get married, you get a wife, get a husband, have some kids, white picket fence, American dream. It was pushed off on you, just like housing was, just like freaking the 401ks and investments and retirement plans. They sold all that shit together under the American dream illusion. Don't get me wrong. Marriage has been around for a long time. It's a great thing. But as we're shifting in society, as things are moving, no, I can't recommend it. There's way too much information out there. Way too much information. The level of exposure of what's going on in at least the United States. I don't know about every other country. I do know that the passport bros movement is strong. I know that a lot of men are moving out of country to find a wife. They're going to Brazil. They're going to Thailand. They're going over to Africa. They're moving out all over the country to find wives. But Western culture, Western civilization, it's dead. And this is where some older guys are going to jump into the comment section and I've been married for 30 years and all this old shit. But look here, Bob, 1985 to 2025, mindset's completely different. It's trash. The levels of prostitution that are going on in this country, especially amongst young women, 18, 19, 25, the levels of prostitution that are going on, it's insane. And ladies, this is like, I'm going to jump into some real facts, some statistics in just a second. But this shit, like, you might sit there and say, oh, this dude's doing this based, it's opinion based or it's biased. No, it's not. No, it's not. This is real. Some of you guys just don't talk about it, or some of you guys are damn oblivious to what's happening out here, what's happening to your sons, because as women, the ones that are doing it, you need to always remember that men sleep with who they can, women sleep with who they want. Men sleep with who they can, women sleep with who they want. The women are the ones that are initiating this, especially amongst young men. Young men are 100% not getting what they need. There is no fulfillment in life right now for them. They're expected to make six figures when that's almost impossible for them to make. It's just the level, the bullshit that young girls are exposed to on the internet, thinking that everybody's supposed to be rich and luxurious, that they are the prize. It's okay to treat yourself or think of yourself in a high standard. Completely fine. I respect that, especially if you deserve it. But when you've done absolutely nothing in life and you have nothing to offer and you're expecting the young man next to you to make triple what you can, it's insane. It's insane. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like the way things are going, and it's 100% because of social media. It's because of social media, because of platforms, because of these things. It is. And so for you single mothers out there, you need to be very well aware of what is happening and what your son is going to go through. And I don't know if some of you care. It puzzles the shit out of me. So many women scream that there are no masculine men in the world. Well, look at yourselves. You have to look at yourselves. Again, I'm not here to offend, but merely inform. You have to look at yourselves. You have traded the father in the household for food stamps and child support, for government assistance. And it's been that way for the past, almost 75 years or something. They have damn sure given you incentives, at least for the past 50 years. I don't know the date on that. At least for the past 50 years, they've given you incentives to kick the father out of the home and accept food stamps and child support in return. So men, no, I cannot recommend that any young man go get married while women have incentives to take your seed, have a baby, and then throw you to the street and sell you into financial slavery to the government. I cannot recommend it. Cannot, will not. I tell my sons not to get married. I can't recommend that yours do. I'm sorry, I can't. I don't give a shit how any woman feels about this. What I'm saying is the truth. This is not red pill. This is not biased. This is not opinionated. This is the truth. The father has been traded for child support and food stamps. And it's been that way for over 50 years. I don't know the exact dates, but I believe the child support laws came around in like 1958 or so. Like the ones that we currently have. I believe they came around in 58. I could be wrong on that, but they've been around for a while, guys. They've been around for a while like this. They're very old. They're very outdated, especially now that you have all these strong, independent women making shit. You got women out here shaking their ass on the internet, pulling, $250,000 a year. Men can't do that. So no, I cannot recommend that. Like I said, so women, when you scream there are no masculine men, you really have to look at yourselves, because you guys have been in control of it. You guys 100%, you have kicked the father out of the home for child support and food stamps. So therefore, your son has not been around any form of masculinity. And then when you do find a masculine man, you call him abusive. It's one thing when a man's abusive, literally, but it's another thing when he stands up for himself, or, they see somebody like me and that the mindset that I have, or the mindset of an Andrew Tate or whatever, and they look at those and they scream that that's not masculine, that's sexist and all this shit. No, it's not. It's just him holding his frame. It's him being a man and who he is, and not letting you run all over him because you have a little sandwich box between your legs that you think everybody wants. That's not what it is. I value a lot of things over women and over sex. I wasn't always this way. I wasn't that way when I was younger, obviously, but I've already done my due. I've already had my share. I'm good. I know what women are about. So it's either you bring something serious and honest and, sincere into my life, or stay the hell away. But the forms of prostitution that's God honest truth, the levels, the things that are happening out here in society to your sons are insane. Your son takes a girl on a date just to be ghosted and blocked. He goes and spends $100 of his money just to be blocked. Did nothing wrong, just to get blocked. This is happening all over the country, at least in the United States. Your son, your baby boy right now encounters a woman or a young woman that's going to treat him like you have done multiple men or have done his father in the past. You think that there's not another you out there, and it puzzles me. Those things really puzzle me. And I had to spit this out in the beginning of this conversation because I want women to understand that. I do not want to see other young men go through things that I've been through. I do not want them in the comment section like others have been talking about committing suicide because of. I don't want to hear that from young men. I don't want to hear that from them, because that's what happens to you. You get trapped and you get thrown into this system of legal slavery, family law, and child support, and you can't get out. And self-deletion is one of the only things. I went through it. I went through it. To the young guys out there, I want you to know, man, don't do that shit. Don't do it. Become the best version of yourself. Listen to the things that I'm telling you on this channel. Fuck all the haters in the comments. They're not the people I'm talking to. I don't give a shit. To the young men out there that are going through these things and that constantly reach out to me with those types of thoughts, those negative self-deleting thoughts, it's not worth it. I understand what you're going through. I have went through that myself and I've dug myself out of it. I need you to look at somebody like me for whether you like my content or not, I don't give a shit. But right now, I need you to look at somebody like me that has been in your shoes and has dug himself out of it. It is possible. Go look at Coach Greg Adams, CGA, the free agent lifestyle. Go look at CGA's story, from homelessness, child support, divorce, all those things to who he is now. There is options out there for you. So do not self-deletion. Please do not. Because I do get comments like that. The suicide rate amongst men, nobody talks about, from divorce, family law, and child support. Nobody talks about that. They act like it doesn't exist, but it's very high. It is very high. And what's even sad is that you can't even find a real statistic out there about the men on child support. I can find out how many people of whatever race or religion do this and eat McDonald's. Go Google probably some stupid shit like how many black people eat McDonald's. You'll find out a statistic. But you go say how many men are on child support. There is no number to know. Come on, man. That's like asking how many slaves are in America right now. There are no, you know what I'm saying? They won't mention that shit because it's real. It's real. Anyways, should you get married? Hell no. But if you do, it's a personal decision. I know I kind of went on a rant for a second, but if you do, it's a personal decision. And it's usually based off of religion and upbringing. You need to be solid as hell with why you're getting married. And your partner does too. Man or woman, both of you guys need to fully understand why we're coming together. And you're coming together to raise a family. You're coming together to buy a home for the double income, to be one with each other. Men need to step back into their masculine frame and be leaders of the household. But women, you need to tone down that strong, independent bullshit. No man wants to hear that shit. But then again, I understand. Hell, it's a double-edged sword because you got so many weak men out here, old pink-haired hippies that can't change a tire. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't change a tire. They don't know how to change the damn belt on a car. They don't know how to do any basic household chores. So for one, you're thinking about getting married and being a father, and you don't even know how to do the basic maintenance on a vehicle. You're ass backwards. What kind of man are you going to raise when you're not even one yourself? Let me repeat that shit again. What kind of man are you going to raise when you're not even one yourself? You can't change a tire. You don't know how to change oil. You don't know how to fix basic household problems. You don't know how to cut a board, read a tape measure. You don't know how to do the basic shit to function in society. I'm not sitting there saying you have to. Hell, I suck at carpentry. Suck at it. But I got an idea of what I need to do. I'm a horrible carpenter. Don't ask me to build shit. Your deck's going to lean and your roof's going to leak. Don't ask me to build shit. Horrible carpenter. But I have an idea of what needs to be done. I can change my tire. I can change my oil. I can go out there and change the battery. I know how to jump a car. Things of that nature. So, fellas, if you're not able to do things like that, you don't need to be thinking about getting married. You don't need to be thinking about having kids. You need to be thinking about living life. Living freaking life. You do not need to be thinking about marriage. So, 100%, man, there is no benefit to marriage for men except because if you get married, listen. The only benefits of marriage, it does come with a better quality of life. You do not have unwanted pregnancies. You do not have to worry about catching STDs, the risk of serial dating. You don't have to worry about the Me Too movement. You don't have to worry about those things. You get the double income, which is going to speed up your chances, your opportunity of home ownership. You know, that's depending that you marry the right person. It's a major gamble. I know, and everybody's going to say everything in life's a gamble. Bullshit. People lie all the time. And all of us with age know it. You've dated a woman or a man that 100% put on a show for the first 90 days to get that job, to get the interview. And then they put on a damn show for the first 90 days. And all of a sudden they became a drunk, started beating on you. They became this or that, you know what I'm saying? Like people lie all the time. And the extent of the lie, I would say the extent of the lie probably depends on the extent of their outcome. What do they want will tell you how long they have to carry on a lie. There are people that will lie and fake for a year, get married, and then be Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Some of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. There are men and women out there right now in this comment section that will fake the funk and make you think they are the best thing smoking. I go to church every Sunday, every morning, Sunday night, praise the Lord. And then you get home, they're cheating and they're beating. That's why I don't go to church. That's why I don't go to church. Some of the fakest shit that I've ever encountered in my life has been in the church. And like I said, I ain't here to inform, but merely inform. I'm not here to offend, but merely inform. Some of the fakest shit I've ever encountered has been in the church. Theft, adultery, self-deletion, grapes. I got to watch my language. But yeah, some of the fakest shit has been no, I'm good. And so you're trying to tell me to do things that society tells you to do so many things already that lead you down in the wrong direction. Home ownership is not good. Investing in a 401k on a low income is not good. There's so many things that society tells you to do that are not good. Eating McDonald's, drinking alcohol, smoking weed, tobacco. Why would marriage be any different? Why would that be any different? You want a long-term date? By all means, find a partner, long-term date. Go for it. But involving the government into your life? No, it's not good. 55% of first-time marriages end in divorce. That's a real statistic from the Census Bureau. 55% of first-time marriages end in divorce. Out of that 55%, this is 2024 from the Census Bureau. 55% of first-time marriages end in divorce. Out of that 55%, 70% are filed by women. Divorce is initiated by women 70% of the time. Average marriage lasts 13 years. The average age of divorce is 41 years old. Do you understand what I just said? The ones that's been divorced do. That's recovered. I'm lucky enough to have gotten divorced at a young age. I'm still ate up with child support and trying to get that past me. If I'm done with that, man, I will be off child support in the next 5 years, as long as I stay on top of it. But I have worked with men in their 60s still trying to pay on child support. It's disgusting. Kids 30 years old. I remember working with a guy and he was like, my son's 32. I'm still paying child support. Disgusting. Disgusting, man. And the child support stuff ain't even going to the son. He's giving it to the woman. I cannot recommend it, fellas. It's not a good deal for you. Not a good deal. It is a very shit end of the stick for you to go out here and get married and have children right now in 2025 and beyond. There's too much information out there. There's too many people out there exposing these things. Until the laws change and they put legal, what's the word I want to look for? Somebody help me out in the comments below. But until the laws change and they legally protect the father or the husband, no. Used to be if a woman left, she left. And that was it. As long as that man was not doing all the very negative things that we all know, and she just left because she wasn't happy. I'm not happy. And she just runs off and leaves. She left and got nothing. And that's the way it should be. You should not be able to marry a person and then be able to divorce them in 12 to 24 months and take half of everything they have when, you know, most likely he's the one that built and created it. It's just the God's honest truth. Just the God's honest truth. Now, if you've made it this far, women, because most of them have probably clicked off by now. He's sexist. He's this. He's that. Get your dusty ass out of here. Get out of here. But women, flip side to that coin, should you get married? Yes, 100%. Because I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of women don't produce anything. A lot of women don't bring anything to the table. I'm not saying all of you, but the vast majority. You do not produce anything. You do not bring anything to the table. You are born and bred to have children. You are the vessel to bring new life to this earth. That's all you have to do. But y'all want to run around being strong and independent and I can make my own money. And that's good. You should be career oriented. You should want to have a life and things like that. But you're taking away from your whole freaking anatomy, your whole freaking DNA, your makeup is to have children and to be a mother and to be a wife. But again, when you go down this road, make sure that you go down this road wholesome and for a serious reason. Make sure that you have children with the right person or what you hopefully think is the right person and make a commitment to be with them. Do not trade that man for food stamps and child support. That's why your life's so fucked up. Look at the women around you right now that you don't want to be like. Look at what they did and don't do the shit they did. Don't go out here and have multiple baby daddies. I got child support. I got child support. Don't go out here doing that shit. Running around with dirty feet, eating the damn steak plate at Waffle House. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't go do that shit. Getting you a $14 thin steak from Waffle House. Excuse me. Good Lord, don't go doing that shit, man. Old trailer park. I've been around the block a minute, ladies and gentlemen. I've been around the block a few damn times. Don't go doing that shit. So ladies, yes, if you want to get married, get married. By all means, getting married is ideal for a woman. Goodness. Excuse me, guys. Getting married is ideal for a woman. It is not for men. Getting married is the fastest, realest success hack for a woman. You get married to a good man. He is going to take care of you and provide for you and make sure that you have everything that you need. Find you a good man and marry him. Do all those nasty little tricks for him in the bedroom. Stop. Here's the thing that kills me about women. You guys want to go out here and give the best parts of you to losers. You want to go out here and you have the threesomes and you do all the nasty shit for nobodies. Fake gangsters, wannabe drug dealers, fucking losers. And then you want to go get married and do nothing with your husband. Your husband's supposed to get that nasty side of you. Your husband is supposed to get the threesomes. Your husband is supposed to get all those types of things. Not the dipshit that sells weed on the weekends and has nothing to offer. Can't be any more clear than that. Your husband is supposed to get that portion of you, not the fucking loser. But you went and took on the football team. You know what I'm saying? Women do shit ass backwards. You go out here and you get pregnant by losers. And then you want a good man to help you raise the kids because you realize that shit ain't no fun alone. I don't remember what that quote was, but it's something like a stepfather is the man women wouldn't have dated if they didn't have kids. So like you wouldn't even have looked at the stepfather unless you get what I'm saying, however the hell that quote went. A stepfather is just a man she wouldn't have dated if she didn't have kids. Like you would have skipped over the man. All of you have had good men in your life. You've all had good men approach you. Each one of you right now, as I say this, probably started thinking about the good man in your life. You had one and you fucked it up. You let him go because you wanted to chase the fucking bling bling, the fast car, the fancy this, the fake gangster, the wannabe drug dealer. You went and chased the bullshit. And you let that. There was some kid in high school. There was some young man in your early years that opened up your door, brought you flowers, would have given you the world. And either he is alone now because he's had his heart broken so many times, or he's married and happy. There was a period, though, in your life to where you had the opportunity to be with a really good man that was going to really take care of you and give you everything that he could in society. So anyways, should men get married? No. Hell no. There are no laws to protect you. It is not a good decision on your behalf to get married. Like it says right here in my notes, the average age of divorce is 41. If you get divorced as a man at 41 years old, you are going to lose half, if not more than half of your shit, potentially put on child support and alimony. I believe the state of California I don't remember the laws on that. Somebody help me in the comments below. But I know people in California that have to pay alimony for life. They were married like over 20 years and they have to pay that woman alimony for life. There's a guy, I don't know what happened to him. I haven't talked to him in years, but when I knew him, he was having to give his ex-wife $800 a month alimony for life. And he was almost, I don't know, he was right under 60. He was like 56, 58. Alimony for life. Let that shit sink in. Look how many people date boyfriend, girlfriend that break up. Imagine if the government was involved from high school, your first high school girlfriend. Look at it. Look how many girlfriends or boyfriends you've had that you have broken up with. And you think a fucking marriage is going to last? Look how many people you have dated that did not work out. Imagine if you involved the government in that shit. Imagine if you had to go to court to break up with your last girlfriend or boyfriend. Yeah, okay. And you want me to legally sign a contract to this person? Stupid. Stupid. I don't care how anybody feels about this conversation. It is a dumb ass decision for any man to step out there and get married. To you older guys, that's going to come, marriage was the best thing I did and I love my wife. And then, yeah, you got lucky. You got married in 1993 when the world still had values. Shit ain't out there no more, man. It's too much information. You got Google tweet posts all over the place. Everywhere you go, it's somebody shaking their ass. OnlyFans. If you have an attractive woman, then and you live in Nashville, you got guys in Dallas, Texas trying to be with her, offering her money and sending her shit to her Cash App. You got Snapchat that deletes conversations, invisible conversations and shit like that. Like, it just, guys, no. It is a horrible decision for men to get married in 2025 and beyond. The only good thing out of it, potentially double income. Very low risk of STDs, but then again, you got better hope your wife ain't selling ass on the side, because it happens, especially today. It gets exposed all over the internet. That's my wife, and she's a prostitute telling you she's going to work. Jesus, I don't know how I'd react to that, boy. And it keeps you from unwanted pregnancies. There's 3 things right there that make it a positive, but it's still a major negative. There's too many fucking negatives out there. But for women, yes. It's a double-edged sword, because for women, yes, getting married is positive, because most women do not produce anything. You do not build shit. Not really. No. All the women on planet Earth, only maybe 10% actually build and do things. Most of you, that's why women take clerical positions. And even a lawyer is still a clerical fucking position. That's why women take clerical type of positions. They take clerical type of roles. They take hospital type of roles. They're nurturers. They care. The fastest success hack for a woman is to find a good man and be a queen. Motivate that man to success. If you are a visionary type of woman, most of y'all aren't. You claim to be all these shits that you're not. Most of y'all are not. You're fucking uneducated. I'm just be real. I've been around the block, man. I've dated a lot, young and old. I've been around the block. Most of you are uneducated. You don't provide anything. You don't cook. You don't clean. You just lay on your ass and that's it. And you want somebody to dish out money. You might as well just sell me some. Being honest, you might as well just sell it. Because you want money for purses and clothes and movies and shopping sprees and go out to eat. You don't know how to cook, so you want Applebee's every fucking night. That's what you get. That's what you get in modern society. I don't give a shit how anybody feels. I know this probably made somebody mad, but it's the God's honest truth. This is 2025. Most women do not provide anything. They don't know how to do anything. To you older women that know how to do those things right there is some value. Maybe you start teaching that on YouTube, something of that nature. But to the young women in society, they don't do anything. They don't know how to cook. They don't know how to clean. They don't know how to properly take care of a man. They don't know how to do anything. I've dated young women. I've seen what it's about. I've dated older women. I'm not saying y'all are perfect. I mean, hell, y'all are so ate up with what somebody in the past did to you. Like, it's shitting me. That's why with RCEs alone, I don't want to hear that shit. But if I got to deal with somebody, I'm clapping them young cheeks. I'm going after. If I got to deal with somebody, I do not want to hear some old woman shit. I don't want to hear it. I don't care what Pookie and Ray Ray did to you when you were 28 years old. I don't want to hear the shit no more. We're past that. You're 40. Get over it. Fuck them. It's over. So if I got to hear some bullshit, I might as well go hear hers. I might as well go down here to the 25 or 28-year-old and hear hers. Because I already know what's going to be, what the deal is. At a 40-year-old woman, I'm going to take her on the date and I'm going to get a handshake at the end of the night. Because she's been so ate up with, you know what I'm saying? But I go grab me a 25 or 28-year-old. I take her on a date, take her to the club, get a few drinks in her. I'm getting something. Something's happening around here. I'm going to get something out of this deal. The 40-year-old, probably not, unless we make that arrangement. That's what it's like. It's arrangements all over the damn place, unless we make that arrangement. So no, man, anyways, because you guys know I can ramble. It is not a good idea for men to get married. It is a great idea for women to get married. Getting married, being a real woman, being a real wife is the fastest success hack for a woman. Getting married, taking care of a man. You don't even have to work anymore. You find a good man and you do everything that you're supposed to do for that man. Everything. You don't even have to have a job. Give him sex every day. Cook every day. You could, if you feed and fuck him every day, you don't have to do anything. Feed him and fuck him every day. You don't have to do shit. You can stay at home. You can hang out. He's going to go to work. He's going to pay all the bills. You're going to get free room and board. And then he's going to make sure that, little things get done within reason that he can afford. But you don't have to do anything anymore. Now, if you want more of a lavish life as a woman, then go to work, do the same things and go to work. And he's going to pay all the bills. And then you'll have all this free money to go do whatever you want to do. But most of y'all aren't partners. Most women are not partners. Most of them are opponents. You're not teammates. You're opponents. You do not. It's just unhealthy. It makes an unhealthy relationship because you have one person, the woman, taking constantly, constantly taking, and you have the man trying to provide, and then he has nothing to show for it. And then whenever it's all said and done, you end up leaving him at the end of the day. It's not a good win for men. That's really not, fellas. I can't recommend it. If you want my God's honest advice, man, to anybody out there, is to focus on yourself and become the best version of yourself. And that will attract a better partner. Anyways, man, I'm going to shut up. You guys know I'll beat the shit out of a dead horse till it walks again. I'm going to shut up. I'm glad you guys like that saying. I'll beat the shit out of a dead horse till it walks again, because I really will. Other than that, man, hey, shout out to my man Jack Morgan over there at Red Leather Pockets. RLP. It's pretty cool, man, to be in this YouTube universe right now. It's pretty freaking cool. I've been watching Jack for a while now. He's been on YouTube for a minute, and I've been watching him for a minute. And I've been a fan of his show for a minute. I used to put him on whenever I would ride around from county to county doing my job. And this has been a while, guys. I mean, I've been watching Jack for a couple years. And now, you know what I'm saying? So I felt like when I finally got to speak to him, it was really cool, because I've been a fan of his show for a minute. So it was really cool. So shout out to Jack over there. Got the RLP Classic on today, supporting my man, supporting his show. It's Jack Morgan over at Red Leather Pockets. I will leave a link for him in the description box below. Other than that, man, you guys have a great freaking day. Again, this conversation was not to offend, but merely inform. You guys take care. Have a great day. Merry Christmas.